welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a really hectic day today, guys. I've got my in-laws coming over on Saturday. I meant to tidy, I've not tidied. I'm panicking basically, but I also have loads of like Christmassy things to do as well. So today I've decorated my Christmas cake. I've made mince pie twists. I've made some of the chocolate goodies for our hampers, including Malteser bites and crunchy bites. And I'm honestly not sure where the time has gone. I've got through about my own weight in chocolate at this point. Thank heavens Tesco has the massive dairy milks on offer at £7.50, otherwise it would have cost us a fortune. But yeah, because of that, because I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know what's going on, I'm having a well-deserved slow gin. We started this months ago with some sloe berries that we foraged late summer, early autumn, I think it was. And it's absolutely delicious. I've been staring at it for months. Oh, that hits the spot. I've been staring at it for months, but I've been very restrained. I've managed to restrain myself, but now I've actually filtered out the berries, and I've actually used the sloe berries to make some sloe port. So hopefully we will have sloe port ready in, I think they suggest leaving it at least 3 months, and maybe for my birthday we will have some sloe port ready to celebrate my 40th of all things. Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Anyway, so thoughts, things. I've got very little time to do this video because we're going to the theatre. I need to pick my daughter up. She's in after school club, but I need to pick her up early from after school club so she can come home and change and get ready. And it's just high stress. I'm a little bit manic today, guys. Sorry. I'm just going to apologise in advance. Hence the gin. Oh, it's delicious. I feel Christmassy already. Right, things, stuff. So, because I'm panicky and everything, I've not got everything out, so I'm going to do that first. We've spent all of the money out of food, dropping stuff. We've spent all of the money out of food. With having the in-laws over on Saturday, I've kind of already done a Christmas food shop, apart from my veg, which, by the way, I'm getting from Morrison's this evening, because Morrison's has their Christmas veg at 5p. How the heck do they manage that? But yeah, I know it's to get you in the door and then you spend money on other things, but I just need to have self-control and avoid buying more stuff because we've got plenty of Christmas stuff now. Fun, we spent a good chunk out of fun. We've got loads of change going into the savings envelopes, which makes me happy. We had, what did we have? 21p left in food, 71.50 left in fun. We are going to take some of this money with us because, like I say, we're going to the theatre. We're watching Cinderella for Christmas. Not like Panto, it's a proper kind of theatre-y thing. So we're putting the change into savings. Miscellaneous, we've actually got some left, which is quite frankly surprising given how much money we've spent this week. So I'm going to put that in the SSP fund. Yes. Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. So I'm going to put that to one side. That's going to go in the SSP fund. Pets, I don't think we've spent anything out with pets. We went to see some friends last weekend for my daughter to have a play date with their daughter, and they were actually really kind and had some wet cat food that their cat didn't like, so we've not had to buy any more cat food. So we're almost maxed out on the pet funds. Clothing should still be maxed out. 20, 40, 60, 80. We spent some. That's interesting. I do not remember spending money out of clothing, but apparently we did. Trying to remember, I have no clue. I have no clue what got bought. I don't think it was for me. Holy cow, there's a lot of change in savings. Oh my word. We've still got a good amount in savings, but there's a lot of change. I think because both me and my husband have been like buying gifts for the other person, we've just kind of taken notes out and then put all the change back in. So it's a bit of a mess. What have we got in notes? We've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 345 in notes, and we've got a lot in coins. So we've got 345, that's a 10, so that's 355, 359, 43. 359.43. All of the change is going to go into the savings envelope, mainly because I want to put as much in as possible because it's going to be way more fun to unstuff loads. This is the SSP fund. So the 300 that is being paid in this week has come out of the SSP fund because I think I was about 675 down with only being on statutory sick. My pay this month was about 675 less than usual. So we had 555. So we're going to have to take a small amount out of savings, but most of it's going to come out of the SSP fund. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So we've got the 300 there and then 255 left in the envelope for next week. And then the holiday is maxed out at 465. Don't need to count that. I've counted it many times. The Christmas food money got spent, plus more out of savings. We got, oh my word, we have got so much for Christmas. I think with having people visiting for Christmas, it was supposed to be both sets of parents, which was even more stressful, the thought of having both sets of parents over. But yeah, so because of that, because we were catering for other people, I think I went a little bit crazy. So we've got wine, we've got Prosecco, we've got so many snacks and nibbles and chocolates and then on top of that, we're kind of paying for 2 Christmas dinners as well, because we're going to do this one on Saturday and then our own Christmas dinner on next Thursday. And yeah, anyway, I think I've got a little bit nuts, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're all good. So paying in, that's what we're doing. Oh my word. I'm in such a rush because, like I say, I've got to pick my daughter up and we're going out, and I've just, like, my hair is still wet from the shower and I want to make myself look pretty because we're going to the theatre, and my brain's all over the place, so I do apologise. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80 going into food, which we will undoubtedly spend, plus some extras. 20 is going into the fun money. And then miscellaneous is getting 40. Pets normally gets 10, but we've got 45 in there, so I'm going to put, we're going to pay 5 in, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put the 5 that's left over into the savings envelope. So we've got 50, we're maxed out at 50 in the pet fund. Clothing, I have no idea what the clothing was spent on. My brain just doesn't work. It doesn't hold on to information. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm assuming it's age, hormones, something. My sister, she's a little bit older than me, and she talks about how her brain, her memory is absolutely rubbish since hitting perimenopause. All the fun stuff that people don't tell you about being a woman and getting older. Fabulous. So anyway, we're maxed out at 100 on the that stuff, the clothing fund. We are putting 50 into savings, and then we are going to put it in there first. Sophie, there we go. And then I'm going to keep holiday frozen until next month, until I'm back on full pay. And we're going to put the 40 that would have gone into holiday into our SSP fund. Now, I have had a chat with work, like a wellness check they called it. So the plan is that I'm going to return to work on a like a phased return. So I'm going to go back on the 6th after the school holidays, and yeah, it's going to be a phased return over January, So I'm going to have 4 weeks where I'm not working full time, which does mean that I'm going to be better off than being on statutory sick pay, but I'm still not going to be back to my full pay. Even though I'm salaried, I'm very confused. If you've had any experience of this, do let me know. I work for a charity, so I think that factors into it, because obviously they don't have, it's not like a business that earns loads of money, so they don't have a lot of money in reserve to pay for things like this. But when I've worked for businesses before, as a salaried employee, when I've returned to work, if I've ever done like a phased return, as soon as you return to work, you're basically back on your salary. So I don't know, it's very confusing, and the benefits working for a charity are a bit rubbish. So I am keeping my options open. I'm keeping an eye out on other things that might possibly suit my skill set, just for the benefit side of stuff, because yeah, with it being a charity, I think the benefits are not as good as a like proper business. Anyway, so the plan is back to work on the 6th of January, and then I'm doing a phased return. I honestly think I'd be fine doing more, but I don't want to push myself and do too much too soon and then end up pulling something or hurting myself and then putting myself, like, ending up going backwards a little bit. So that's the plan. But so we're still paying into the SSP fund probably until I get paid in January. So we've got another 3 weeks paying into the 4 weeks, whatever, paying into the SSP fund instead of holiday, and then we're going to let that holiday build up so that we can do some fun stuff in 2026. And then the last £40 is going into our fuel money, and then that is it. So we, oh no, I've got the 20 from something. Was it miscellaneous? It might have been miscellaneous. Last week's miscellaneous, there was 20 left over. That's going to go into the SSP fund just to help bump that up. And then hopefully we won't have to, yeah, take anything out of savings this month. It can just all come out of this. Fingers crossed anyway. So that is everything paid in. So we just need to put the money into the savings envelope. So we have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26... 26.14 going into savings envelope number 51. We still had £20 left over from last week, so we've got 40, what did I say? 46.14 going into savings envelope number 51. That's not bad. I think over the course of the year we've averaged around about £40 a week. It's dropped towards the end of the year, obviously, because we've been on a reduced income, so not as much has gone into these savings envelopes, but on average it's been about 40 quid a week. What did I say was going in there? 46.14 I think it was. I'll double check. We've got nothing going into envelope 52, unfortunately, because sausages, the 5 from the pet fund needed to go in that one. So 41.14 is going into envelope 51, and then that 5, because we'd almost maxed out the pet fund, that 5 is going straight into envelope 52. And then next week we're going to stuff the rest of that, and then we're going to unstuff. I'm very excited. Yay! Anyway, oh, that's delicious. Apologies if this video has come across a little bit manic. I don't know if it has. I feel very manic, just because there's so much to do and I've not done everything I was supposed to, and the place is an absolute shit tip, and I've just managed to kind of like carve out a little corner of the table to do this video, and now and all I can see is the mess that needs tidying up, and it's not good. It makes my brain feel fizzy. I'm very unhappy about it. But thank you so much. I will see you in the next video, which will be next Friday, which will be Boxing Day. So happy Christmas, guys. Have a fantastic day. Festive season, something, I don't know. Have fun. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care and happy budgeting.